Are you in compliance with Massachusetts Privacy Act regulation, formerly known as 201 CMR 17.00? This applies to all companies who are engaged with commerce, not just companies in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. According to the regulation, anyone who collects and retains personal information in connection with the provision of goods and services, or for the purpose of employment, from anyone in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts must retain the encryption and comply. The regulation does not apply to municipalities. You must encrypt backup tapes on a prospective basis. If you're going to transport a backup tape from a current storage location and it's technically feasible to encrypt it, then you must do so prior to transfer. If it is not technically feasible, then you can consider the sensitivity of the information and take appropriate steps to secure and safeguard the personal information. I'm Frank Mazzotti with Sirius Computer Solutions, and I've worked with over a dozen businesses in the last year to help them address the requirements of encryption as outlined by the Massachusetts Regulation for Privacy and how IBM's offerings can help you comply with the regulation. In approximately 10 minutes, you will have a good understanding of these requirements and the technical availability to solve this problem. IBM provides you with two options to comply with Massachusetts regulation: hardware encryption and software encryption. Hardware encryption requires a fiber or SAS-attached LTO4 or now LTO5 tape unit. The entire cartridge is encrypted, enabling a simplified save and restore operation to integrate with your current save methods. There is no impact on CPU utilization, as all encryption is performed at the tape hardware level. The overhead for the save time is no greater than 1%. Existing LTO4 and LTO5 media may be utilized, and all objects are available to be saved from the system. Software encryption, on the other hand, will support any type of tape drive installed to the system. With software encryption, you are able to save encrypted and non-encrypted data on the same physical media. Software-based encryption is initially supported at version 6 release 1 and does require BRMS to be installed on the system. Depending on the processor installed, there could be a significant increase on the CPU utilization to process the software encryption, resulting in as much as a 3 times increase to your save-restore time. Due to the encryption reading at the software level, critical libraries such as IBM defaults cannot be encrypted. Also, because the encryption keys must be restored first, restore operations must follow the specified steps outlined in the BRMS disaster recovery report provided. For the hardware side, the System I sends the backup information to the tape device. If the tape device or library has encryption enabled, the library requests a key through the network from the TKLM servers. With successful communication, the key is assigned to the media and the save is performed. On larger environments, BRMS is recommended to keep encrypted and non-encrypted tapes secure. Tivoli Key Lifecycle Manager, or TKLM, is IBM's follow-on product to their original EKM software. It provides a simplified installation method with a GUI management screen. The primary function of TKLM is to provide a storage point where all the keys are located for the hardware being encrypted. The recommendation for TKLM currently is a Windows 2003 Server R2 version with 3 to 4 gig of memory, 20 gigabyte C drive at a minimum, and a minimum 2.6 gigahertz processor. It's a Java DB2 based application and can be very intensive at startup and configuration. At a minimum, 2 servers are required. They are in a primary and secondary capacity to provide 2 locations where keys can be obtained so backups can be run even if one server is offline. Shown at the bottom on this screen, the installation screen on the left is the GUI base, while on the one on the right you'll see the primary management screen showing available keys on the left and tape drive serial numbers on the right as they're connected to the drive interface. The standard-based license includes licenses for one primary or production installation of TKLM, as well as multiple secondary or backup TKLM installations. Most customers choose to have a backup copy of TKLM located on a laptop computer that can be taken to a DR facility for testing. The standard license also includes the first 2 drives for resource activations. Additional licensing is available depending on your current tape hardware and/or network requirements. Once any method of encryption is operational, please frequently test your recovery. The time to find out your save has not been working is not at the point your entire data center has been made unavailable or you need to recover a key piece of data. With hardware-based encryption, keep your TKLM key backups separate from your physical media. Do not make a backup of your TKLM key and put it in the same physical transport device as your encrypted tapes. With software-based encryption, again, you have very specific backup requirements, for example, that you can't back up IBM system libraries. But again, make sure you test. You will most likely be using the reports provided by the BRMS for disaster recovery. Thank you for viewing the presentation. In summary, all of the clients we have worked with this solution have implemented in less than a week. In the next few slides, you'll be able to request this presentation, request to get our newsletter, which I strongly recommend, and request to have someone contact you. That someone may be me. I am available and ready to host phone calls with you and your team. Thank you for your time.